Hi there, I'm Christine with What's Up Cupcake Whimsical Crafts, and welcome to my channel. Today will be the final installment in my recent trip to Japan recap, and I am going to be going through some whimsical creations that I picked up along my travels. In particular, today's video is looking at the character items that I picked up while I was in Japan, primarily within Tokyo. And let's get right into it. It took me a little while to put this video together. I had a lot going on, and I had a market that I had to prepare for my crochet plushie creations. So I wasn't able to take the time to really go into what I had picked up, and I also wanted to sort through which items were gifts and which weren't. And honestly, it was pretty fun going through these shopping bags to unpack some of what I picked up, because some of it I had honestly forgotten, and a few of the items that I had picked up were like little either Gachapon or blind bags, blind items that I didn't know what was inside of them, and I had been saving it for returning back to the US from my trip. So today we're going to unpack all of that together. I have it broken down into some different categories, primarily Sanrio characters and then Studio Ghibli characters as the main breakdown of what I go through. But then I also go through the Studio Ghibli characters from the perspective of like where I bought them from, because I went to a few different places that had Studio Ghibli items, in particular the various official stores that are throughout Tokyo, as well as the Izu Teddy Bear Museum, where I participated in a Build Your Own Totoro experience, and finally the Studio Ghibli Museum within Tokyo. I'd hoped to go to the theme park. I talk about that briefly in this unboxing video, but unfortunately they were closed the week that I was there in Japan, so I wasn't able to go. So with that being said, we are going to go ahead and start looking at the items that I got, and I will share some footage from locations where I have it available. Some places didn't let you take video, and other places I just was too busy exploring all of the cute items to shop. So I needed a coin purse right at the get-go from arriving in Japan, because I forgot to bring one, and I knew that I was going to be carrying a lot of change. The fact that I was going to be using cash a lot of the time, and I don't necessarily have a wallet in the States that holds change, because I very rarely use cash. So I don't know much about this fish character, but I thought he was funny, and I've seen him before, but I've just never purchased anything of his. But I decided today was the day, and by today I mean the day that I was in Japan. So this was my little coin purse, but I think it actually would work really well to hold tissues. I don't know if that's the actual intent for it. Also, there are a lot of like towels, little towels that are used. So for example, I got this one from the Daiso, and it's just a Lilo and Stitch towel for drying your hands and things like that, and it would fit perfectly within that. So I just knew that I would use this again. But on that note, I also got this for my work badge, because I lose my work badge a lot, or misplace it at least, and to be able to clip it onto something easily that is cute and silly just seemed fun. Moving on to my favorite Sanrio characters though, little twin stars Kiki and Lala. They have been my favorite since I was a kid, so I just picked up this little bag charm to start with. But then when I was in Harajuku, I got the Kiki and Lala bag charms that are all dressed up. These will not actually go on a bag for me. They're just going to go on display, because I would be too scared of losing them. But I thought they were so cute, and I loved the Harajuku area, so I knew I had to get something from there as a little souvenir. And given that they're my favorite, it was perfect. While I was in that store, I picked up this little guy who I actually did use as a bag charm throughout my trip, and I don't know how to say the full Japanese name, but when I was looking him up afterwards, he also goes by Maru Maru. And essentially, he is a little ghost that travels around and appears to kind of motivate you to work hard. And the description that I saw, I think at the Hello Kitty, said that a lot of artists really like this character, and I'd never seen it before. So I picked up this cutie and will probably actually put it on a bag just because it's already traveled, even though it's all white and probably will be scuffed up soon enough. And then I picked this up when I was in Tokyo Station. There was a specific line of characters for Tokyo Station with like kind of a train theme, and couldn't resist this. Just a nice, unique little keychain charm. And I picked this up for a friend as a little gift. They love bag charms, and I thought that they would really enjoy this. So this will be gifted to them. And this is another gift for a friend. I actually got this one from the airport. I think it might be just a little magnet, but another little souvenir token for a friend. And these were just some free tags that I was given with my purchases. So I got to pick which ones I wanted, and I just went ahead and picked these two out of the characters that were offered.
Baby, when I look in your eyes, I can see you as a child. The river gives us every good thing, and then it takes it all away. Don't take me away from you. Don't take me away from you. I feel like I knew you then. When I was a little boy, I spent my days imagining the shape it would all take. And now it takes the shape of you.
So when you were in the museum, you were able to pick a few different designs of Totoros, and I went with this big grinning one. So you were essentially brought to like a little classroom, a little bag they gave me. You were brought to this little classroom where they explained to you the process of making your own Totoro. You could pick which design you wanted. There were different colored ones as well, the blue one. I think I have video footage which I'll insert that shows the different options. You could pick a different leaf to be wearing. You could pick a different item for Totoro to be holding. So I went with the acorn. And then you could have a personalized message written on your little leaf. And in here is like a little egg that has a note where you wrote kind of like a wish or like a time capsule kind of thing. So I just wrote a little note in there, and they seal it up and you close it in, but you basically stuff this Totoro and seal it shut. And the entire class was done in Japanese. I do not speak the language. I was the only person there who did not speak the language, but they did have some written instructions in English, and they were very lovely and would come over and make sure that I was doing okay, walked through the process of installing the eyes, which thankfully I know from all of the plushies that I'm constantly working on. You install the little pieces here. So it isn't like a huge amount of assembly, but it was really fun to do. Use a shocking amount of their stuffing within the Totoro. And yeah, it was just a really fun, sweet little experience. And at the end of it, you take the Totoro through the process of going through like the beauty salon to then get weighed and measured. And it goes to the doctor for a little CAT scan. And essentially, they just come up with this little passport for you of your Totoro. So all of this just got to stay with me, and I wrote down the measurements in terms of height and weight. I have my photo that I will attach within this, but this little book comes with your little plush build. So it was really fun. I would really recommend doing it for anyone that is a fan of Studio Ghibli. There was a little teddy bear cafe that you could go to, and I went and had lunch there. They just had some nice like fresh drinks and treats to kind of snack on. And there was a nice little garden area that you could sit out in if it wasn't crazy hot like it was the day that I was there. So that is my Teddy Bear Factory Totoro.
Whisper something I could hear. Away for the weekend, shooting a deer.
Okay, so from the museum, this was the free postcard that you received for the film. There are exclusive films that are shown at the museum, and this one was about the water spider. It was a very cute little short film, and just the overall information around the museum, the map. But the museum itself was just so beautiful and fun to explore. And actually, they have guides in English because you cannot take pictures. We asked if we could use our phones for the translation apps, and they said yes, you could. So we were using the phones to like scan things for the translation of descriptions, but found that in some of the rooms, or the majority of the exhibits, they actually had English guides that you could request that were just laminated booklets that had each display and then a brief description of what the display was and what, if there was any wording associated with it, it had the translation of the wording. So that was super useful, and I was able to then put my phone away after that. But in the store itself of the museum, there are two stores. There was the bookstore, so I got these bookmarks from in there, and this little postcard print of the cat bus at the museum. This was actually just a coaster from the cafe. And then there was a museum book that you could get. It actually, I want to say it was like a couple bucks, if that, total. And it came with a poster, and you just asked for it at the information desk. But it's a fairly old book, but it has, you could request the English version, and it just talks through the different areas of the museum. So that was really neat. My kind of splurge of Studio Ghibli items was this book. So from what I could see, I was only able to find this at the museum. I didn't see it in any of the other Studio Ghibli stores. but it's just this huge, thick book with the world of Studio Ghibli. And this version is in English. So there are translations, but I was so excited to add this to my collection of Studio Ghibli items. And I can't wait to kind of pour through this over time. So that was the bookstore merchandise that I got and the information desk. But there was also a gift shop. So I got these little letterpress message cards, a Kiki pin, of course another towel, but this one is the museum towel. And these were additional washi tapes that I had only seen there. And same with that, this patch. They had a whole display of patches, and I'm guessing they were all pretty unique to the museum because I had not seen them in other stores, and they kind of had like a library cart that was just filled with different options. So I got that one and a little post-it set. Next item assortment is from various locations, primarily from the Donguri Republic stores, the official like Studio Ghibli stores, but there are also some items that I found at like the Daiso or Loft or Kittyland, but I'd say the large majority is from the actual Ghibli stores. So first off, knowing this one was from Kittyland, this was a little green Totoro, which I had to get just because I'd never seen a green one before. I'd never seen a green one before, and it was very cute. And again, it said that it was an official Ghibli item. So I thought if I was going to get one, I would get one that's a bit different. Then I got these little cards from the Studio Ghibli store, one for Kiki, one for Totoro. I probably won't use them as actual like note cards, but we'll display them. I got some stationery sets. So again, if you'd like to drop me a note, like a little pen pal letter, I would happily write a return letter. My P.O. box is in the description of my videos. I love these Japanese like file sleeves, so I had to pick up one for Totoro and Howl's Moving Castle. I use these all the time when I'm like trip planning or just saving specific documents. Then I got this fun little no face statue set. It got a little crushed in my suitcase, but you can display it in all sorts of different ways. And I have some fun little statues and collectibles on display in my office, so I thought that this could be added to that collection. I mean, I don't think I need to explain that. We love playing card games, so I got this for the family. I got a couple of pins. In addition to these pins, I also have a Ponyo pin that's already living on one of my bags. And a little Sit Sprite figurine. Sit Sprite charm. Some different sticker seals for all of my journaling and letters. A multicolored Kiki's Delivery Service pen. A set of Totoro chopsticks will go nicely with my soy sauce dish. A little tin container for notions and things like that. I'm constantly bringing supplies with me when I'm crocheting out and about, so this will be a nice little storage container for that. These I thought were so cute to find, but they're little cup covers, which if you have cats, maybe yours are jerks like mine, but they love to drink straight from our cups or our guests' cups. So you cannot really leave cups unattended without fear that potentially the cat will be drinking from it. So I got these little cup covers. I love washi tapes, and I had seen that there were so many different options when I was planning this trip and looking at stationery finds that I could get, so I just kind of grabbed an assortment of washi tapes from various Studio Ghibli stores. And along those lines, some little sticky notes. And then finally I got some mystery items. So I haven't opened these yet, so let's see what's inside. So cute, little Howl's Moving Castle button. Oh, and someone had told me that packaging in Japan, items have to be shown true to size, and that's true to size. Okay, on to these items. I think these are little notepads. I can't recall what I got. No, that's cute. So that's the first one, and let's see what the second one is. All right, very fun. Oops. So that is what I got from the Studio Ghibli stores. This is the last bit of items that I have. So I got this reusable shopping bag from the Ghibli Museum, and it has my Gachapon haul. I already gave my kids their Gachapon, so this is just kind of everything else that they either did not want or were for me. So a couple of them I did open already and returned the little capsules. Some of these I knew it was exactly what I wanted, and some just looked really cute, and I couldn't resist the lure of the Gachapon. The details behind some of these are just so cool. I did not know who this character was, but I didn't care. This was actually the one that I wanted when I was looking at the machine and saw the assortment of what I could get. That goes with this little bag charm. I again liked all of these, but this one was actually my favorite, so I was very excited to get this one. It's funny, all of the Gachapons that I did for my kids, I kind of picked out which ones I thought my kids would like and was aiming for those, and most of the time I did not get those. But for the ones that I was getting for myself, I pretty much got the one that I was looking at first thing. It's like a little Polly Pocket kind of thing. This was a bear hugging a piece of toast. I don't know if this is like, I mean, I guess it's a specific character, but and actually I didn't open a lot of these while I was in the store because my hands were full and so many of them were like very securely taped shut that opening them was just going to take me too long with all of the tape and everything on them. Just a little hedgehog reading a book. Of course. I love the Powerpuff Girls. I used to watch them religiously when it first came out. My husband and I would watch them together. I think we owned the whole series on DVD. And Bubbles was my favorite of the girls. So this is a little Bubbles clip. That being said, I of course also loved Mojo Jojo. I think I let out a squeal when I got this one in the machine. It's so cute. If you saw my other, I think in my stationery unboxing, I also had a Gachapon in there, and I got the mayor, and I was so excited. Oh, this was a Baymax set that I got, which I love Big Hero 6. And I thought that my kids would love this too. And they were like, no, you can have it. Look how like detailed these are. So I think that this one was a 500 yen Gachapon, which comes out to about, I don't know, $3.50. And there were just a few options that you could get. Big Hero 6. There was like a Peter Pan one, I think. And I don't remember what the last one was, but I figured for $3.50, I had a good chance of liking any of them. Oh, I think Lilo and Stitch was one of them. So I would have been happy with really any of those. I'm trying to figure out if Baymax goes in this spot or if he goes in a different spot. Because I think he can go in multiple. Because I think it's the same base. But yeah, I mean, at least this way you can see the whole film strip behind him. And I'm just showing these because I don't know who some of these characters are, and I just liked the design, so I got them. So I was keeping these so that I could actually like look them up afterwards. Oh, this is for my child. This is from Naruto. I'll give him that. Might as well keep it slightly unclasped because he won't be able to open it and he's going to ask me for help. And we're almost done. It's a little raccoon. I have no idea what this was, and this was actually probably the one that I was indifferent to, but it looks like he's eating a Tootsie Roll. I don't know. I'll have to do like a translation or reverse image search, but that's it for the Gachapon. All right, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed unboxing these items with me. Let me know which item was your favorite or what you would be on the lookout for yourself. And I hope that you will go ahead, if you enjoyed this, and give this video a like and subscribe if you'd like to see more cute, whimsical items, maybe more so those created by my own two hands with a crochet hook or crochet accessories. I also hand paint safety eyes. I make amigurumi sticks to help with sewing your creations together, and I also make stitch markers and keychains, bag charms. All right, thanks so much and have a great day. Bye.